Eid-ul Adha, what a momentous day for us, but more so for our Hujjaj. May Allah accept their Hajj, Ya Allah, and Allah bring them safely back to their homes around the world. And Allah grant our deceased Jannatul Firdaus. I'm thinking especially today, Ya Allah, just last week we buried Nabil Foglonka, Ya Allah. May Allah grant the parents, especially the sabab, Ya Allah. And Allah grant him Jannah, Ya Allah. And so many have passed away. Allah grant him Jannah, Ya Allah. And of course, as I always say, on this day my father passed away. May Allah grant him Jannah. Because we are what we are because of them. The annual ritual of animal sacrifice in Islam has important and far-reaching lessons and implications in our lives. It's not just limited to slaughtering an animal. It is meant to inculcate in us a never-ending spirit of sacrifice for the sake of Allah, who gave us all that we possess in the first place. Islam simply means to surrender to Allah of our whole being, not just some possessions. As Allah says, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen." Say to them, my prayer, my sacrifice, my living and my dying belong to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. Sacrifice is one of those keys with the closed doors do not unlock. Do not be delusional and think the road to success is easy. For Allah says, أَمْ حَسِبْتُمْ أَن تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ وَلَمَّا يَأْتِكُمْ مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ خَلَوْا مِن قَبْلِكُمْ. Do you think that you could go to paradise without experiencing the kind of suffering others have experienced before you? مَسَّتْهُمُ الْبَأْسَاءُ وَالضَّرَّاءُ وَزُلْزِلُوا حَتَّى يَقُولَ الرَّسُولُ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مَعَهُ. Distress and afflictions battered them until the messenger and the believer says, "Mata Nasrullah." When will Allah send His help? Allah inna nasrullahi qareeb. Ya Allah, we are thinking of our Palestinian brothers and sisters and other oppressed people, and we are saying, "Mata Nasrullah, Mata Nasrullah." But Allah is saying, don't worry, it is nearby. Allah in His infinite wisdom only knows. الَّذِينَ اسْتَجَابُوا لِلَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا أَصَابَهُمُ الْكَرْحُ لِلَّذِينَ أَحْسَنُوا مِنْهُمْ وَاتَّقَوْا أَجْرٌ عَظِيمٌ. Those who answer the call of Allah and the Messenger, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, after being wounded, for those of them who did good deeds and feared Allah, there is a great reward. SubhanAllah, Allah grant them to our Palestinian brothers. Udhiyah, sacrifice, is among the great rituals of Islam, which signifies the wonders of Allah, His blessings and His ni'mah. It reminds us the exemplary obedience of Ibrahim alayhi salam to his Rabb and his great sacrifices to Him. وَلِكُلِّ أُمَّةٍ جَعَلْنَا مَنْسَكًا لِيَذْكُرُوا اسْمَ اللَّهِ عَلَى مَا رَزَقَهُم مِّن بَهِيمَةِ الْأَنْعَامِ. And for every nation, says Allah, we have appointed religious ceremonies that they mention the name of Allah over the cattle that He has given them for food. فَإِلَهُكُمْ إِلَهُ وَاحِدٌ فَلَهُ أَسْلِمُوا وَبَشِّرِ الْمُخْبِتِينَ. And your Allah is one Allah, so you must submit to Him alone. The Udhiyah is one of the religious symbols for Muslims during Eid-ul Adha. ذَلِكَ وَمَن يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِن تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. Such is His state, and whoever holds in honor the symbols of Allah in the sacrifice of the animals, such honor should come truly from the piety of the heart. وَالْبُدْنَ جَعَلْنَاهَا لَكُمْ مِنْ شَعَائِرِ اللَّهِ لَكُمْ فِيهَا خَيْرٌ. And the Buddha, in other words the cows, the oxen or the camels, to be offered as sacrifices, we have made for you as among the symbols of Allah. Therein you have much good. فَاذْكُرُوا اسْمَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهَا صَوَافًا. So mention the name of Allah over them when they are drawn up in lines for sacrifice. فَإِذَا وَجَبَتْ جُنُوبُهَا فَكُلُوا مِنْهَا وَأَطْعِمُوا الْقَانِعَ وَالْمُعَتَّرِ. Then when they are down on their sides, after slaughtering them, eat thereof, and feed the beggar who does not ask, and the beggar who asks. كَذَلِكَ سَخَّرْنَاهَا لَكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. Thus we have made them subject to you, that you may be grateful. Alhamdulillah, Ya Allah. Sidna Aisha said, radiallahu anha, no act performed on the day of Nahr by the son of Adam is more beloved to Allah than the shedding of blood. In other words, slaughtering the udhiyah. Verily it comes on the day of Qiyamah with its horns, hairs and nails, and Allah gives reward for it before its blood reaches the ground. So be content for sacrificing the udhiyah. Subhanallah. I've said it in previous lectures that our sacrifice will be the buraq on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah. It will take us to the presence of the mahshar under the shade, and we will meet Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ameen ya Rab. You say you're hungry. Ameen ya Rab. Hey, subhanallah. And that will be our Eid. And like I said in the piece of poetry which I love reciting, Deed teri hai Eid meri ya Habibi ya Rasul Allah. Deed teri hai Eid meri Eid karaba Makki Madani Dar pe bulao Makki Madani. Poet says, to see you, Ya Rasulullah, is my Eid. It's my labaran, like we say. Eh? Make it possible that we see you, Ya Rasulullah. Ameen. Eh? And dar pe bulao, and call me, O Makki Madani. Subhanallah. Firstly, it is wajib to slaughter according to some schools of thought, like Abu Hanifa, Al-Auza'i, Al-Layth, and their opinions is based on the ayat of the Quran, فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. So you make your salah and then slaughter. The other command implies that it is sunnah mu'akkad, like the Shafi'i, the best opinion of Imam Malik and Imam Ahmad. Most of those who support the view state that it is makruh and disliked for the one who is able to offer a sacrifice to neglect doing so. The hadith of Jabir says, I prayed on Eid-ul Adha where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he finished the salah, he was brought 2 rams and he sacrificed them. And what did he say? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is on behalf of myself and any member of my ummah who did not offer a sacrifice. Subhanallah, look how the Rasul is thinking of us, man. Subhanallah. It is also mustahab to divide it into 3 parts. A third to be eaten by oneself and family, the 1/3 to be given as gifts, and the 1/3 in charity. فَكُلُوا مِنْهَا وَأَطْعِمُوا الْقَانِعَ وَالْمُعَتَّرِ. Eat thereof and feed the beggar who does not ask and the beggar who asks. Let us again pause here and think of Palestine, Yemen, Sudan, Uyghur Muslims in China, and all the oppressed peoples of the world. Oh Allah, grant them relief, Ya Allah, with the blessings of this holy day, Ya Allah, and the blessings of our Hujjaj. Oh Allah, accept, Ya Allah. I dedicate this ayah to the oppressed of the world, as our pioneers recited it when they came to Cape Town, when they were brought by the Dutch in chains and they were persecuted. And this tune that we recite Thursday nights in our communities was inherited from those years. And you know the tune. الذين قال لهم الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لكم فاخشوهم فزادهم إيمانا. Come together again. الذين قال لهم الناس إن الناس قد جمعوا لكم فاخشوهم فزادهم إيمانا وقالوا حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. Those who believe, unto whom the people, the hypocrites said, verily the people, the pagans, have gathered against you a great army, so fear them, فَخْشَوْهُمْ, fear them. But it only increased their iman, subhanallah, as you can see with our Palestinian brothers and sisters. And what do they say? Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Alone, Allah is sufficient alone for us, and He is the best disposer of our affairs. Then in the dhikr, what do we say? Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Allah, 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 Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. Grant victory, Ya Allah. I end off, so much to say. One of the greatest and most exemplary activists who was assassinated the February the 21st in 1965 was Malcolm X. I'm sure maybe the new generation don't know, but we grew up with Malcolm X. He became an icon for justice, equality, and human dignity. He was transformed completely by the experience of Hajj. This is, and I quote him, what he experienced on Hajj. They were of all colors, from blue-eyed blondes to black-skinned Africans, but we were all participating in the same ritual, displaying a spirit of unity and brotherhood that my experiences in America had led me to believe that never could exist between the white and non-white. America needs to understand Islam, because this is the one religion that erases from its society the race problem. During the past 11 days here in the Muslim world, I have eaten from the same plate, drunk from the same glass, and slept on the same rug, while praying to the same God with fellow Muslims, whose eyes were the bluest of blue, whose hair was the blondest of blonde, and whose skin was the whitest of white. And in the words and in the actions, in the deeds of the white Muslims, I felt the same sincerity that I felt among the black African Muslims of Nigeria, Sudan, and Ghana. We were truly all the same brothers, because their belief in God had removed the white from their minds, the white from their behavior, and the white from their attitude. I could see from this that perhaps if white Americans could accept the wonders of God, then perhaps too they could accept in reality the wonders of man, and cease to measure and hinder and harm others in terms of their differences in color. Subhanallah. Many years later, you can see how the Americans are embracing Islam. When I went for a conference there, wow, you should see for a Naqshbandi conference, 1998, you should see the amount of white Muslims, blue-eyed Muslims, as you were saying, that have embraced Islam. Subhanallah. That is purely because of Allah's guidance. Again, may Allah remove the oppressed people from their difficulties, Ya Allah, and overthrow and disgrace those who are oppressing them, Ya Allah. Allah again grant our deceased Jannatul Firdaus. And as I mentioned not so long ago, and those who have passed away, those who are ill in various categories, oh Allah, so many of our beloved ones have passed away. Allah grant them Jannah, Ya Allah. Oh my Allah, Ya Allah. So sad for a parent to bury a child. It's supposed to be the other way around. But it's Allah's mercy. I mean, I just read now recently, a 28-year-old took her mother for Hajj, and the 28-year-old son passed away. The mother's father still there. Allah grant him Jannah, be amongst the shuhada, and sabr to the mother. Allah, what a place to pass away. Many people go sick to go pass away in Makkah, and then they come back to DF Malang and they pass away here. This is Tableer. This is Tableer, subhanallah. Again, from us all, from the Imam of Sheikh here, and from the Bilal, Mu'adhins, and throughout the year, may you have a beautiful Eid today, inshallah, and take it home with you. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allah. Walele.